Hey, it's Al with LeadingLandlord.com. I just got back from the Midterm Rental Summit. It's in San Diego, California, May 1st, 2023. It was the very first one. The place is packed. It was a lot of fun. I heard there was like 400 people there and 1,000 on the waiting list. Here, I took a camera view to tell you what it looked like there. Everyone was there. We were packed in. This is way post-COVID this time. We were all in there having a good time. Music was going. The DJ was on point. It was put on majorly by Brian Payne, who's the CEO of Furnish Finders. You may know them. They're great for a place to connect with traveling healthcare professionals. And Jesse Vasquez, who is a YouTuber. He's a coach. He puts on a great channel. It's called Air Ventures, and you can check him out on YouTube. You definitely should. And I was there, but I was just a regular attendant. I was walking around and talking to people, having a good time. I was trying to help them as I could. So it was really good. Now, since so many people couldn't make it, I got a copy of Brian's slide share, his presentation, and I kind of wanted to present it to you, show you some of the things that I thought were really important, the things that stood out to me. Now, this is all based on 2022 data. So here's what he said. He said, if you're looking for like the places where the most opportunity are in the United States, it would be Florida, because there's a lot of demand there, Arizona, and California. Now, in Florida, there's 14 requests for bookings for every rental for furnished rentals on their site. And in Arizona, the 13 requests for bookings for every one place. And in California, there's 12 requests for every one unit. So that's a great ratio in our favor. And that means there's a lot of room left and there's a lot of meat left on that bone. Then according to his data, 2023 data, he said, hey, here are the top 10 cities. Top 10 cities in 2022 for furnished rentals were San Diego, California, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Phoenix, Arizona, Denver, Colorado, and Los Angeles, California again, San Francisco, you gotta love that, Nashville, Tennessee, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Boston, top 10. And there are some others, but I wanted to point out to these places for you. So if you're in these locations, you just get started. Stop twirling your thumbs, get started. And then he did some overlap graphs, and I thought those were really important. I'm not showing the whole overlap, I'm just showing the final punchline, putting them both together. Now, this is about what the people are looking for, the demand for what they're looking for as far as housing goes, and also the inventory, what's available. Because people ask me all the time, hey, what should I get? Should I get a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom? What should I buy? What should I get? And this really answers it. So this white column is demand. That's this right here. Here's on the graph. And the red behind it, the pink behind it, is the inventory. So we look at studios, and if you look at this, you can see here is the inventory behind it is just about 1/3 of the demand. So there's almost 3 times the demand than there is supply when it comes to studios. Now that should tell you something. And right here for 1-bedrooms, they look about balanced. And here for 2-bedrooms, we see there's just a little more pink, a little more inventory over the demand. So it's about balance. And here for a 3-bedroom place, you can see there's a lot more inventory. There's that pink sticking out behind it than there is demand. So it's about 1/3. Okay, it's off. So that's really out of balance. That means there's not many people who want a 3-bedroom. And then a 4-bedroom is even worse. There's just a tiny bit of demand, and there's a lot of supply out there. So some of the things that he wanted you to walk away with, Brian Payne, the CEO of Furnish Finders, was that larger places still have some steady increases they're seeing, but people don't really have an appetite for them. You need a specific strategy for that. You need to go after the construction crews, the things along that nature. Have a specific plan. Don't expect a traveling healthcare professional to come to your 4-bedroom place. And the next thing is lots of inventory now. Lots of people are moving towards midterm rentals because of so many people are in short-term rentals and getting burnt out, and also there's all these ordinances are being developed and limiting the fun that you can have with a short-term rental. Last thing is that there's smaller places are where it's at. That's a great place to get started, and that's what I advise people all the time. Start with the smallest thing you can, find out what people have an appetite for, and then go get a bigger place through rental arbitrage or purchasing or management or caretaker or subject to, many different ways to control a property. But once you start small and then figure out what people want. Here's another one. It's another overlap. So he started talking about demand, then he talked about supply, and then he put them side by side so you can compare them. Here's the side by side. Now we're looking at people's budgets, how much people are willing to spend for housing, and also what people are offering. That's the supply. So let's take a look at the higher end, the more luxury properties that are $2,800 per month and higher. We can see right there that on the supply side, there's 25% of the supply is asking for that, and 12% of the budgets are for that. So the supply is more than the demand. That's not a good spot. There's not much appetite. And let's take a look at again at just a notch down and comfortable, but still in the higher range between $2,400 per month and $2,800 per month. There's 11.6% of the people are offering that, but only 9.8% of the folks want that. So again, there's more supply than demand for the higher end property. There's little appetite for luxury when it comes to on the Furnish Finder site. Brian wants you to know that, hey, it's increasing though. There's something happening as the market matures for midterm rentals. More people want luxury places. And Extended Stay America said the same thing before they went private on their last annual report. They say there's a growing demand for more luxurious properties in the midterm rental space. So what Brian is finding and what Extended Stay America, which is owned by Blackstone now, is saying are the same thing. Here's the next one. So let's take a look at the budget side now. Now we're looking at the supply here is for the $1,600 to $2,400 range is 27%, and over what people are demanding that is 31%. So it is in favor. This is what people want. Okay, there's less supply than there is demand. It's off by 3%, 3.8% in the favor. So that's a great spot to price yourself in that range between $1,600 and $2,400. And here's the next range in the budget side, the economy side, between the $1,200 and the $1,600 bracket. There's 16.1% are supply, and then there's 22% in the demand. There's lots of people who want this. It's off about 4%. 4% is really good. People want the more economy scale. Then we look on the budget side, that's less than $1,200. There's really in your favor. It's off 7.1% in your favor if you are offering a budget place. So if you could put together a place for less than $1,200, you see a lot of rooms, and if you could do an entire place for less than $1,200, that would be amazing. You would stay booked. Okay, so that's just taking a look at the imbalance. There's a big appetite for budget. Like this one, he's talking about lead time, how soon people look to start booking before they start interacting with you before they want to move in. One thing he said is that 39% of the folks are looking for housing 15 days before they move in. So that's quite a bit. That's probably these two blocks here, right here. So they find out about 2 weeks before their assignment's accepted, and they start looking for housing. And then less than 15% are planning way in advance, 61 days, 2 months in advance. Very few people are planning that far out. So if you're in February and you're looking for your June bookings, that's just too far out. People aren't looking that far. So this is what he's saying, that we need to keep our calendars accurate so that people can find us in advance and shop for us. And that's what you want. You want people getting booked up in advance before you have a vacancy. So keep your calendars accurate. Now, overall, some of the observations that Brian Payne wants you to walk away with is that there's a wide demand of people using the site. It's much more than traveling healthcare professionals now. And Photos are super important. They always have been, but even more with people getting into this place, into the space, and just showing iPhone pictures. Those don't work anymore. And amenities are really important. People want laundry. They want a place to park. They want quality furnishings. Okay, and um, tenants want you to get back to them quickly, so you're going to have to put more work into booking. All right, you can't be sloppy. You can't get back to people in a day and expect them to still want your space. All right, there's just too much competition out there. You got to be responsive. So keep your calendar up to date, and travelers are looking to travel with pets, and that's been going on for quite a while now. Overall, the conference was great. It was great for new people. There wasn't a lot of seasoned folks there, but it was still a lot of fun, a lot of great energy. And I think Jesse said he's going to have another one in October 2023. Don't quote me on that, but you might want to check in with him. He's at Air Ventures. Check out his YouTube channel. All right, so that's it for me this time. I hope this was helpful to you, and I will see you on the next video.